Is a mega disaster really coming on July 5th, 2025? A wave of concern is sweeping across Asia and beyond, sparked by a decades-old manga prediction that suddenly resurfaced. At the center of this buzz is a little-known, but increasingly talked-about woman Ryo Tatsuki, a Japanese manga artist some now call the new Baba Vanga. But what did she actually predict? And should we be worried? Let's dive into the fascinating, mysterious story of Ryo Tatsuki. Ryo Tatsuki is not your average comic artist. She lives a very private life and rarely appears in the public eye. But back in 1999, she self-published a manga called The Future I Saw, a book filled with illustrations and personal notes documenting a series of dreams she believed foretold real-world events. In her words, these were not ordinary dreams. These were visions of the future. At the time, very few people took notice. But over the years, many have returned to her work, amazed by how some of her so-called dreams seem to match up with actual disasters. Let's look at some of the predictions that followers claim have come true. First, she reportedly predicted the 1995 Kobe earthquake. In her book, she described a powerful earthquake striking Japan, and soon after, the tragic real-world disaster occurred, killing over 6,000 people. Second, she foresaw the death of Princess Diana in 1997. According to fans, she had a dream where a beautiful royal woman died in a car crash in a tunnel, and this was documented before the actual tragedy took place. Next, she spoke of a rock star's unexpected death which many associate with Freddie Mercury, the legendary Queen frontman, who passed away in 1991 due to complications from AIDS. But perhaps her most shocking hit came in the early 2000s, when she predicted an unknown virus spreading across the world starting in 2020. She wrote about a respiratory disease, global panic, and even hinted at masks and travel bans. Naturally, readers have linked this to the COVID-19 pandemic. Because of these apparent hits, people started paying closer attention to her manga. So when the book was reprinted in 2021, a specific entry stood out, and it's the one that has everyone talking today. In a dream, dated July 5th, 2025, she wrote about a great catastrophe hitting Japan. The manga page doesn't go into much detail, no mention of the exact location, no specific type of disaster. It's just a clear warning that something massive and terrible would happen on that date. Still, the internet took that vague prediction and ran with it. Social media exploded with theories. Some said it would be a massive earthquake. Others suggested a tsunami triggered by an undersea fissure. A few even brought up the possibility of volcanic eruptions or other apocalyptic events. This has led to a real sense of anxiety in parts of Asia. The hashtag July 5 disaster is trending. Travel agencies in Hong Kong, Vietnam, Thailand, and China have reported a sharp drop in flight and hotel bookings to Japan. Some airlines have even reduced their flights, citing a decrease in demand. In some places, bookings have dropped by as much as 83% all because of this prediction. But before we go further, let's pause for an important disclaimer. This prediction is not backed by science. There is no verified data, no geological warning, and no credible scientific research supporting the idea that a disaster will occur on July 5th, 2025. The Japanese Meteorological Agency, as well as government officials, have publicly dismissed the panic. There are no alerts. There's no evidence of any looming catastrophe. This story is based solely on one person's dream published in a manga. It is fascinating. It is mysterious. But it is not a scientific forecast. So why is this story spreading so fast? Well, the truth is, human beings are wired to look for patterns. When someone appears to have predicted the past correctly, even just a few times, we begin to trust their future claims, especially during uncertain times. This is known as confirmation bias. The more we believe someone is right, the more likely we are to accept their next prediction, even if the evidence is thin. And with social media amplifying everything, even a single vague page in an old comic book can trigger panic across countries. It's also important to note that Ryo Tatsuki has never claimed to be a prophet. She doesn't run a cult. She doesn't take donations. She simply records her dreams and draws what she sees. Whether we believe in them or not is entirely up to us. So should you cancel your travel plans? Should you be worried? Honestly, no. There is no official reason to panic. You should always stay informed and cautious about natural disasters in general. But don't let fear rooted in speculation control your decisions. The July 5th prediction may turn out to be just another vague dream, like so many others in history. Or maybe it sparks new discussions about how we perceive intuition, coincidence, and fear. Either way, let's stay curious, not fearful. So, what do you think about Ryo Tatsuki's predictions? You believe it's possible to dream the future? Or are these just lucky guesses and patterns our minds want to see? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you found this video interesting, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. This is Think Bites Daily, where facts meet mystery and curiosity always wins. Stay informed, stay calm, and above all, stay curious.